When I think of globalization, the first thing that really comes to mind is outsourcing.
Jobs going overseas and production being overseas of a lot of goods that we have here.
Outsourcing, but it's part of globalization.
Globalization for me it's like fulfilling the needs or demand of one part of the maybe a country from the different part of the globe. For example, like we need something in US and that has been supplied from China, that is globalization.
Also, just the production, manufacturing, and conceptualizing of products overseas and distributing them around the world in a global market.
Best advantage of globalization is like technological advancement. If a technology has been developed in US and like people from different part of the world, they are working with the US, then they are sharing their technologies. It's like the whole world is developing all together.
Some positives of it, I guess, would be that for companies it is a lot cheaper for them to do a lot of things overseas, so it helps them be more productive.
Also, as a consumer, there are plenty of benefits by having products that are cheaper and more accessible to the everyday consumer.
This country is good for this country is good for this, so let's do this from here, let's do that from here. Like, example, we are here, the Caucasian is good here in the US. We don't have so many features, so many, facilities in India. There are only a few good schools that have all the equipment needed to teach us. And there's a lot of competition because the population is high. In that situation, all we can do is, if you need a good education, you gotta go abroad. It's expensive, but we get what we want. And we're ready to pay for that and come over here and learn, because that's part of globalization.
You hear plenty of stories about how some of the workers don't have very good benefits or workers' rights, and they're being exploited for their labor.
There's a lot of people being mistreated by companies, I guess, that they have large factories and they're getting paid very little.
And moreover, education levels in India are dropping because people just take it easy. I can get a job in a call center, and then cool, you just start working for a call center. You never end up graduating from college at all. This has been one of the most recent things that I've seen. My brother used to work for an outsourcing company after high school. He ruined like 3 years of his life. And now he decided he's got to go back to college. It's late, but it's not too late, I agree, but if it's not for these companies that are giving you free jobs just after high school, if you have good communication skills in English, he would have done better.
There's plenty of environmental damage that occurs with like factories that are being built in developing nations.
As far as jobs in America go, like, you know, it's hurting us by giving all the jobs to people overseas when we could be helping out our own economy.
Maybe like 80% things are China made. If you see like manufacturing made in China. I just got like $1 headphone that was made in China. If I will expect that in US, it is not possible.
Overall, I believe that the idea of globalization is good. The concept of getting developing nations kind of on their feet and in production stages so that they can be more self-sustaining is a good idea. However, the methods in place, like exploiting workers and not including workers' rights, that's definitely a downside to that.
For we're living through an age of fundamental economic transformation. Technology has changed the way we live and the way the world does business. The collapse of the Soviet Union, the advance of capitalism, have vanquished old challenges to America's global leadership, but new challenges have emerged from China and India and Eastern Europe, even countries like Brazil. Jobs and industries can move to any country with an internet connection and willing workers. And Michigan's children will grow up facing competition not just from kids in California or South Carolina, but also from young people in Beijing and Bangalore.